It is the most recognizable rifle on Earth, a weapon seen in revolutions, civil wars, liberation movements, and even national flags. Loved, feared, copied by millions. Some call it the people's rifle. Others call it the deadliest invention of the 20th century. But one thing is undeniable. The AK-47 changed the world forever. Today, we trace the origins, impact, and legacy of the most influential firearm ever created, the Kalashnikov AK-47. To understand the AK-47, we must go back to the ashes of World War II. In 1941, a 22-year-old Soviet tank commander named Mikhail Timofeyevich Kalashnikov lay wounded after a battle at Bryansk. As he recovered in a military hospital, he listened to injured soldiers complaining that their rifles jammed in the mud, froze in the winter, and failed them when they needed them most. Kalashnikov made a promise: "I will create a weapon that never fails." He was not an engineer. He had no formal training. What he had was determination, mechanical intuition, and a vision for a simple, reliable rifle that any soldier, experienced or not, could use. By 1947, after years of trial, error, and fierce competition among designers, Kalashnikov presented a rifle that shocked Soviet military leaders. A weapon that was easy to produce, easy to maintain, easy to fire, and nearly impossible to break. Its name, Avtomat Kalashnikova, 1947, AK-47. The brilliance of the AK-47 lies not in perfection, but in practicality. Its internal clearances are intentionally loose, allowing dirt, sand, and mud to pass through. The long-stroke gas piston delivers consistent power even under extreme conditions. And its stamped receiver, initially criticized, eventually became one of the keys to mass production. The ammunition was equally revolutionary, the 7.62 by 39mm cartridge. Hard-hitting, reliable, versatile, not the most accurate, not the fastest, but balanced, perfect for harsh realities of real combat. The AK-47 was a machine built for survival. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union didn't just export ideology, they exported weapons. Factories were built across Eastern Europe, China, and Africa. Blueprints were shared. Millions of rifles rolled off assembly lines. By the 1960s, the AK-47 wasn't just a Soviet rifle. It was the global symbol of rebellion. From guerrilla fighters in Vietnam, to freedom movements in Africa, to militia forces in the Middle East, the AK became the tool of both oppression and liberation. A paradox of power. It appeared on flags, on murals, on propaganda posters. It became more than a rifle. It became an icon. The AK-47 earned its legend on the battlefield. In dense jungles, scorching deserts, and frozen battlefields, it demonstrated unmatched durability. American soldiers in Vietnam often feared the sound of its sharp, thunderous fire. Many frontline troops even used captured AKs because they trusted them more than their own rifles. Whether in the hands of soldiers or rebels, trained professionals or villagers who had never fired a gun, the AK worked. Always. This reliability was its true superpower. Over time, the AK family grew. The AKM, a lighter, modernized version, became the most widely produced variant. Other adaptations followed: folding stocks, improved materials, different calibers, and even civilian semi-auto versions. Despite technological advancements, the soul of the AK remained unchanged: simplicity over sophistication. Even today, new AK variants continue to emerge, blending modern manufacturing with its classic rugged design. The AK-47's influence transcends warfare. It appears in movies, video games, books, artwork, and documentaries. It is recognized by farmers, soldiers, and even children around the world. It symbolizes rebellion, independence, struggle, and sometimes terror. Kalashnikov himself once said, "I created a weapon to defend my country. It is not my fault it was used for other purposes." Yet the question remains, Can any invention stay neutral once released into the hands of millions? The AK-47 is more than steel, wood, and gunpowder. It is a story of ingenuity born from war, a symbol of freedom and destruction, a reminder that technology doesn't choose sides, people do. And as long as conflicts continue, the legend of the AK-47 will endure. If you want more deep dive documentaries like this, covering iconic weapons, military history, and powerful stories, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next episode. This is Gun List Official, and this was the story of the rifle that changed the world.